Alright, it looks like it's 7 p.m. We should be good to go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am your host, Adam. I'm one of the engine support techs up at Epic Games. Mostly handle blueprints, landscape foliage, BSPs. However, I do dabble in other things. This stream is primarily dedicated towards helping with questions, so if you have questions, please post them into the chat, and I will be happy to take a look. Otherwise, we tend to work on little side projects and whatnot, and I challenged myself last week. I wanted to see how quickly we could make a breakout clone. Well, it turns out 2 hours was not enough, so we're going to be continuing working on that today. I have a couple ideas because the main problem we are having, as you can see, well, now it's being weird again, but the main problem we're having is the ball's movement mechanics seem to want to freak out a lot. So I'm going to have to play with it. It was doing weird things where it was bouncing all across the screen and stuff like that. I have a few ideas, but nothing concrete yet. So that's primarily what we're going to be working on. This is probably going to be a short stream unless people have questions, simply because I'm actually taking care of some personal matters on the side. So once, I'm going to try to get this done, and if we don't have any questions, then I'll probably end up calling it a bit early so I can go handle that. Also, I don't know if I'm going to do it on Friday or if it's going to be a completely separate stream. However, I got some pretty positive responses to this, so I wanted to go ahead and announce it now before we actually get started. That sometime probably this week, I am going to run a stream where we actually play a game instead of design one. Yay! For the first time ever, I'm going to be streaming a game on the stream. Streaming a game on the stream. I couldn't think of a better word for it. Um, and you may be thinking to yourself, what game? If you didn't check my Twitter, which you should have. Tisk tisk. No, I'm kidding. We're actually going to be streaming Dwarf Fortress, which is not a graphically intense game, so if you're expecting lots of explosions and graphics, this may not be the game for you. However, I have heard that the game is a blast, and if I can find the correct graphics mods to make it understandable, I want to start learning how to play it. And I have never touched the game before. I think I started it up once and generated a world and then never touched it again. Never actually got into playing. So this will be our first just going out into a world and me learning the very hard way how to play Dwarf Fortress. If you want to watch me fail horribly at learning a game, because apparently this thing is complicated as hell, uh, that will be fun, and it will be at some point this week. It may be on Friday if I decide to take a break from game development for like a day. Um, it may be its own separate stream. Anyways, let's go ahead and start moving on. So we've got several actors already in place. We've got our paddle, which actually does move back and forth, and I've got it set up to where if it hits, or not, it doesn't necessarily register hits. It's actually set to a hard amount where it's like, okay, 1800 units that way and 1800 units that way. If it hits either of those, it does not go any further. Um, and then these are supposed to, when they are hit, they actually do destroy the actor. And I have some plans for that if we can get this thing to work. But we have to get this ball to work first. So, the first thing I want to do, I want to go ahead and reacquaint the simulate physics. This is going to be something we do. I'm going to take out all of this. Well, going to continue using this. This can go. Because it is simulating physics, even though it's not being affected by gravity. I don't need that. So this should... Why is it not moving? Ah. Set actor, or set location. It does not like that. Okay. Why don't you like that? What if I did a... I don't think this will work. So what we've been trying to do, we're trying to figure out a way to make this ball where it, if it hits an actor, it will bounce, give the reflection vector, and change the vector. The problem has been that it doesn't seem to want to accept any new input, which has been problematic. I don't know why it's now freezing. Alright. Let's see. We'll just have to start it over again. Oh, cancel. Open this back up. Okay. Delete that. I think, did I start with tick enabled? Okay. So tick should be running. Hit play. Tick is running. Errors reported. Simulate options is set to simulate physics, but collision enabled is incompatible. Collision. Overlap all. Oh, maybe if I just remove that. Okay. Enable gravity. Let's take that off. And if we hit this, should, yeah, so that, at least, that part works. Okay, now. Okay, so now we can take off enable gravity. Let's see what happens. Okay. So. Interp 2. Get delta time, interp speed. Okay, what if I took off simulate physics? Let's see what happens now. Has nothing to do with it. Okay, so it does not like something I am doing. Boom. So turn simulate physics back on. You know, let me get arrow. Then I'm going to get another arrow. Let's see. This arrow is going to be blue for the z-axis. So x, x, z. And I want to go ahead and set both of these to visible in game. And let's do another little test. Okay, let's disable this for a minute. Kind of the point. Okay. So, no matter what, they are not rotating, which is what I want. Good. So, I want to make sure that those are not rotating, because I want to do get actor up vector, get actor location.